Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Just a reminder that at any point, you can decide to wake up and have new standards for yourself. You can start getting ready every day. You can start going for walks. You can start exercising. You can start saying, I love you to yourself in the mirror. And no one can tell you not to. You can just decide.
Oh, so that's how it works. You can just decide. I had no idea. I was just waiting for someone else to tell me that I can exercise. And what if I don't want to tell myself I love you in the mirror because I'm a man? Does that mean I don't have standards?
Ladies, I just need to tell you this. No one is going to hate you more or hold a grudge more than the people who hurt you. It's interesting. I have worked with people who have been horribly betrayed. They get the therapy, they move on. Not the people who betrayed them. They never move on. And after studying psychology, I really truly do think it's seated in like perfectionism. Like some people cannot accept that they made a mistake. They don't know how to say sorry. So because they don't know how to do that and just allow themselves to not be perfect, what they're going to do is they're going to spin the story literally in their mind. It's actually really scary. They change the whole story in their head and then they believe it. And then they get friends to validate their poor behavior. And they just hate you. They just hate you for saying, hey, this was kind of messed up. Like they can't handle it. They can't handle that you called them out. Sometimes I hate to break the news that you are not perfect. You are going to make mistakes. You are a human being. Can you say sorry though? That's my question. This is where I'll tell a lot about a person. Can you say sorry in words and in your actions? Can you change your ways? If you cannot, then there's a lot of therapy we must do.
Then go right ahead. There is no way. Can I change my ways? Absolutely. I'm not going to though. Can I say I'm sorry? Of course I can. I'm a man. And why would I get friends to validate my poor behavior if you've already moved on and got perfect yourself? Did you already moved on or did you just came to me to say, hey, this is kind of messed up? Which one is it? I'll tell you which one. By saying she studied psychology, she meant she read a book title. Only once, of course, because she's already an expert. Why would she read it twice?
The easiest thing to get is a man. It's 2025. I do not want to hear anyone whining over a man. You get up, you take your and you focus on yourself. You focus on yourself, you focus on your career, you make money, you live your life, but you certainly do not focus on a man. We don't do that shit. A man is going to focus on you. So please focus on something else. Because I'm telling you, the easiest thing to get is a man.
Yes, exactly. And the hardest thing to keep is a man. And you should know because none of them stuck around.
Let's talk about going on dates and chivalry. As a man, there are certain manners that you're supposed to have when you take a woman out, right? And lucky for you, or not, I don't know. I'm French. French, we are pioneers of romance. So when it comes to manners, I am going to observe every single manner and detail because I'm only used to high standards. So there's a few examples that I'm going to give. If you do something wrong, you're out of the game. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to take you out of the equation. So for example, if you want to take me out and you either don't pick me up or don't send me a driver.
Women, have you had this experience? You're looking at your man and you're telling him a story and he is looking at you and you're like, why are you not listening to me? I said this to boyfriend very early in our dating. I was telling him a story. I've been talking for like 5 minutes and he had not asked a question. He hadn't said, yeah, I felt that too. I've had that experience happen to me too. And I looked this man dead in his eyes and I said, why are you not listening to me? And he was like, what do you mean? You have my full undivided attention and I am listening. What does listening mean to you? And I was like, that's a great question. I think it means you have to talk to me. And he was like, that's not what listening is. And I was like, I know, but it is for me. Because women, when we share our experiences and our feelings, it's a collaborative effort. It is a barn raising. You and me together, I'm saying I felt ignored, and you're saying I've been in that situation too, and you're saying I would have also felt ignored, and boom, we've built a corner of the barn together. That's how women do it. Whereas men, they build the whole freaking barn themselves.
I know, right? That's weird. And in the middle of building the barn, there is no, oh my god, 50% discount on that sweater, or oh my god, I love those shoes, they're red. It's just telling a story, and it's telling a story, not inviting you over for a conversation. And no shade to this lady, she's not my usual post, but she just discovered that men and women are different, and that's what makes this funny.
Sassy male apocalypse is really funny until we need to find husbands. Why are they behaving this way? I love Theo Von, and I was not expecting this episode. He had on Scott Galloway, who's an NYU marketing professor. He goes by Prof G. He also has a podcast. Prof G talked about the war on young people, basically young people doing really bad, and dropped some really crazy stats about the state of young men. Only 1 in 3 men under the age of 30 are in a relationship, whereas 2 in 3 women are in a relationship. How is this possible? Women are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men.
If you're not even gonna try to understand the stats, might as well just ignore them. So many men are single, so many women are single, and that's because women are dating older. And that's only the excuse to go only because you don't want to hear the hard truth. Not that many women are dating older. Some of you are in fact dating the same men.
He goes into social media and online dating, how particularly horrible it is for all of us, as we all know and experience. But in fact, it is particularly bad for men. If you have 50 men on Tinder and 50 women on Tinder, 46 of the women will give all of their attention to 4 men.
Yeah, that's awesome. And 1, 2, or 3, maybe out of the 4 men might be an older man. But like I've just said, a lot of you are in fact dating the same man. There's 46 of you fighting for 4 of them. And after you ruined your best years and realizing none of them will take you seriously because they do have more options, you come up with some other poor excuses. We've all heard so many times before that you're happier being single and men are trash.
Moment of silence because I got ghosted by a 5'8" man. So this guy was super adamant on taking me out on a date, which I was like, all right, let's go, I guess. I'm not really in the mindset of dating anybody, but I was like, let's just see how it goes. I went on the date and I could tell that he was super nervous, which was kind of cute. I was also really nervous because this was my first date after a long-term relationship, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm here, really. After the date, he walked me back to where my friends were. He was like, I would love to do this again. I would love to take you to Carbone. I was like, all right, let's go to Carbone. Like, I'm down. And I got home and I was thinking, I'm like, I don't really like this guy. Like, we're not on the same vibe. He's really nice, but like, I wasn't like in love with him, which I did not want to be. So honestly, at the end of the day, it worked out for me. After, he was like, I had a really great time. And he just never answered my text. Kind of wanted some feedback. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, did I say something wrong? Like, I don't know. I was just kind of like bugging a little bit, even though I was gonna ghost him.
Bottom line is she's mad she didn't get to ghost him and he ghosted her. And that was a 5'8" man, so most men from the entire world. But hey, in her defense, because I have to give it to her, she was not in love with him after that first date. This is who you ladies listen to and take advice from? Oh, why is dating so bad? Well, exactly.
They packaged the exploitation of women as self-empowerment, and we bought it. They found a way to package self-harm as liberation, and we bought it. They found a way to make women believe that they had the illusion of control while they were still being used as a commodity. I really don't believe there's such a thing as ethical corn, because even when consensual, the dynamic is still one of detachment and dehumanization. We bought a narrative that hypersexuality equals empowerment, and it's led us all to be dissociated and disconnected. True empowerment is rooted in self-respect.
Yeah, but unfortunately they don't sell that at Target or in the media for that matter. And I'm not arguing with you, but who's they? Because you can cry patriarchy so many times, but I don't think that's them in this case.
If a guy treats you poorly, he will treat every single girl after you poorly. People try to make excuses for men all the time and be like, oh, well, they'll treat the right one good. First of all, isn't that a red flag? If a guy doesn't want to be with you, he should just look at you and say, hey, you're not for me, I don't want to be with you. He should never treat someone poorly because he doesn't want to marry them. Like, what The heck does that even mean?
Well, if you don't know, I have no idea, because I was stuck on people make excuses for men all the time. Which people? Because I'm gonna try to find them. Sure, there'll be two or not more than three in the entire world, but I would still like to talk to them. And why is this example not a case of I treat you the way you deserve to be treated?
We raise boys to control their natures, but we don't raise girls to control their natures. Boys are told, you gotta control your sexual nature, you gotta control your aggression. What do we tell girls to control?
Right. Nothing.
Nothing. But they have to control their emotions. And whenever I have said that, the left wing on the internet goes crazy that this is misogyny. Oh, we have to control our emotions. Well, first of all, everybody has to control their emotions. But the notion that women are not born perfect,
Right.
is insulting to them.
What if, for 1 year, you let yourself be delusional? You let yourself get your hopes up. You let yourself really work internally, figure out what you got going on.
No, I would rather stay in reality and actually do something with my life. What is it with women and this desire to be delusional? I just don't get it. I'm gonna imagine something and wait on the couch and be disappointed it didn't happen. Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.